Langston Hughes, born February 1st, 1902, is an American poet who is well known for being a substantial contributor to the Harlem Renaissance. He was one of the most important writers and thinkers of the Harlem Renaissance, creating some of his best works during this time period. The Negro Speaks of Rivers was written by Langston Hughes in 1920 when he was only 17 years old. It is a short poem that addresses the horrid topic of racism, but yet signifies black cultural success using simple word choice.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well, I come here in 1936, February 24th. So, you had to call the midwife. And you had the baby at your house. That's the first time I experienced it. You said it was the first time?
The first time.
Well, that's it.
I inherited racism. I was born in 1946. Jim Crow was well and alive at that time. So, racism was just a part of life.
Experienced racism was when I was about 8 or 9 years old in the 3rd grade, and there was a local dance school, and I went to a predominantly white elementary school. We had the same 5 black children in our class from kindergarten to 8th grade. So I matriculated with these children for several years, and we had all become friends. Well, all of the little white girls in the class went to a local dance school, and they took dance classes in the afternoon. And I wanted to go to the dance school with them, so I asked my mom to go and sign me up. But then when my mom inquired around town, they didn't accept black children in the dance school. There were no black children there. There had never been any black children there. It made me, it kind of made me feel bad about it. But I got over it. There were several other things. I was a well-rounded child. There were several other things that I could participate in. But that is my first recollection of a true racist thing being done to me. It made me feel bad, as it would any child. It made me feel as though I was being separated from a group. My mother explained it to me, and once she did, I got over it.
7 years old, they had a lady that couldn't even talk. She was mute, but she could say the word nigga. That's the truth.
That's true.
She couldn't hear her talk, but she could say the word
what?
nigga.
That's still on.
Sure. In employment, on the job, you have to be twice as good as the white man to have the same job. And promotions go that way. So yes.
Time when I was up for a job and I had all the qualifications. I feel that my qualifications was better than the other person. The other person who was applying for a job was a white woman, and she was chosen for the job over me. And the reason that they gave was that they felt that I would, because of my qualifications and because of the level of education that I had, that I would not stay in the job, that I was bound to move on to a better position. But my question was, how can I move on to a better position when you're not even giving me a chance for this position? So that would be my experience.
Yeah. Every day.
That's true.
Every day.
Every day.
There's 2 kinds of pay scale, the white scale and the black pay scale.
37-year-old Alton Sterling, a black man, is pinned down by 2 white police officers outside the Triple S Food Mart in North Baton Rouge. Someone yells, "Gun!" Then,
Oh! They shot him? Oh my goodness.
Langston Hughes constantly repeats that he has seen rivers, and when he says this, he is symbolizing all the things that African American people have had to do to endure and overcome racism, not only by police, but by our white counterparts in general. Like Langston Hughes, I have seen rivers. I have learned about Dr. King's dream. I have witnessed Oprah Winfrey become the first African American female billionaire, and I have seen a black man sworn in as 44th President of the United States. Although there are many more rivers for African American people to cross, we have experienced more positives than negatives. I am of the belief that African Americans will never truly stop experiencing racism, but we are rising as a culture, achieving things that our white counterparts would have never have imagined us doing a few decades ago. I have seen rivers in my own personal life, and I work diligently every day to cross them.